Hey everybody, Rick Bodie here. I'm going to walk you through getting you registered with your Google business profile. I'm here from Easy Digital Marketing and super excited to get you registered, get you verified, getting you on the road down the path, if you're not already, to really get you started online as an online business, get you verified, and get you popular. So, what I'm going to do in this process is walk you through first who I am, quick intro. Then we're going to look at where you go, how you do it, and figure out where you're currently at in the verification process. And once we got all those 5 check marks, we're going to move on, right? And the hardest part is getting past that Google validation, right? Because it's all about trust. It's all about learning how to play the Google game, their policies and procedures. And if at any time, you need help, you need support, that's what we're here for. Easy Digital Marketing would be glad to connect with you and figure out, using our boost plan, how we best support you. Right. And so, with that, like I said, my name is Rick Bodie. Been in this for 15 years in digital marketing. Back when, Google Business Profile first came out, it was called Google My Business. Right. And we've helped numerous companies, over 280 businesses at a startup zero level. We've also helped mid-sized businesses grow and scale, and also large businesses such as those in Silicon Valley. So really excited. I'm passionate about this stuff, and I think we can really help you. So again, if you don't think this is a good idea to be trying to get verified, or this is too much at any point, sign up for Boost. The first month, stage zero, we'll work through this, right? Either through our systems and processes, or we can get some more dedicated support if needed. All right, so let's get going. First step, go to business.google.com, right? You're going to go there. You're going to have two options. It's either sign in, sign up, or are you verified or not? So, first thing, if you're not signed in, use your business email, sign in, or whatever one you're using now for your business. We can change it later. Get into there. Once you're logged in, click add a company, right? And so once you add a company, we're going to go through a process of getting you verified. That means you get a blue check mark, and yep, you're a legit business. You've got a name, you've got an address, you got a phone number, you got a website. You are well on the path to be approved by Google, but not completely verified, right? To be completely verified, you got 5 check marks. But let's walk you through that process. If you're already established, you see your company there, great, you got a blue check mark, we can jump right into stage 1 and optimize you, right? We're going to go through a whole other process to get you popular online. But going back, let's imagine that you're brand new, getting it signed up. You got a name for your business, you got an address, you got a phone number, you got a website. Awesome. The biggest thing here is consistency, right? Your name has to match what you present as your business. Your phone number needs to be either on your website or registered with an LLC with an EIN. You have to have an address, right? You have to be doing business, right? You have to be doing business there. Now, there's a lot of home offices. You just check. I don't service customers here. That normally is a policy that they'll accept, right? But then you'll need a website or a phone number represented on the website, right? So there's all these deviations, and it'll guide you through a wizard, right? But if you at any time have an inconsistency, they're going to flag it, right? They're going to flag it. They're going to put it into an audit. And then you got to go through that process, right? And that can be a strenuous process depending on how careful or not careful you are. So, proceed with caution, right? I've done this, gosh, in the last month, I've done it quite a few times. Yeah, I don't want to quote numbers, but like my head's spinning. But anyways, we're experts at this. The team is experts. That's just me individually. I oversee a team that can take care of this and get you well on the path, right? Barring any inconsistencies and barring that you are well underway online. And obviously, if you don't have a website, we can help with that. If you don't have an email, we can help with that. Or you can go to GoDaddy, and try to do that yourself. But I know you're a busy business person, and or you're just building your brand online. You want to get going. So let's get going. So once you're through the process and you are verified, you're not fully verified, right? And so what does that mean? What it means, and this will show you verified, that's what it looks like, blue little check mark. Comes up duplicate, that's an error. We can work through that. Don't register your business twice. But to get fully verified with Google, you got to have a business address, business website, Google Photos that are not AI, right? Unless you click AI and say, I did this and there was no source, it's not copyrighted, right? They're very particular and that can take some time. Operating hours, right? They're going to monitor with their Google beacons, right? I remember when it first came out in beta. They're seeing if you're coming into stores, they're watching, they're like, are people coming out? Are your hours accurate? Right? They know when people are coming into your store. Oh, we're 24/7. Well, it's only you at the office, right? And it's scary and it's crazy and it's all anonymous in the cloud IDs and randomized, but like they use this to verify, are you trustworthy? Right? And then you got a phone number. This has got to be used for business, right? If you use it for business in your personal line and it's on your website, cool, right? That'll work because that is your dedicated number. But just know, as you grow and scale, you want to have a business website, you want to have a phone number, you want to have a business address, but we'll get there. So again, normally you only need one or two of these, right? Sometimes you'll need three, depending on the industry you're in. Sometimes you'll even need four because you are saying that you have operating hours, right? And so it's a crazy process. It gets more and more complicated, and I'm sure you can relate. If you've been in the game a while, you knew like first, gotta have a website, gotta have a website. People say, I don't need a website. Well, what happened there? Right? And then you gotta get on Facebook, you gotta upload photos, right? Well, now it's integrated with Google. And then a phone number, that's just gonna make your life a whole lot easier, right? Keeping it separate, getting you going. Um, but anyways, so what you want to do is make sure you got as many check marks as possible. And for you to be able to do that, right, it's not always easy with Google, right? It's somewhat complicated. So what we've done is we use our tool at easy.io report to identify if there's any gaps. We're not going to get started optimizing and going through the process until we have at least you verified on multiple check marks. Okay. So, really important that we get you started off on the right foot. This gets your foot in the door. This gets you on the map. That you're somebody. We can find you in maps.google.com, and findability is your first piece. You're building an awesome brand here at BrandX, and all the other conferences and all the other events, or maybe you're seeing this online and you're like, I want to build my business too. Awesome. We're here to help. Okay. So you go to easy.io/report and you can run this report that does a full analysis, right? But to get started on the Boost program, you just want to focus on your Google business profile. We just did this profile yesterday. We overcame 19 violations with Google, warnings and violations of policies, and now it's at 100%. Awesome, right? We can get started. So then after you run the report, we'll get notified. We'll see where you're at. Then you want to look at what can we do next, right? And the next step, no matter what stage you are, you want help, you want us to optimize, we want you to be found in authority. You go to easy.io boost, BOOST, okay? So you want to go to easy.io boost, and that's where you sign up. And luckily today in your first month, if you sign up for stage 1, you're going to get stage 0, no matter where you are, as part of month 1, right? And then, only then, when you are verified and ready to get started, we start optimizing. And that's where the magic happens. We optimize over 73 directories and submissions, and it's just a whole process that we'll walk you through, right? It gets only complicated from here. We work on keywords. We're saying, if I could wave a magic wand, what would you want to be at the top of Google? And that's a reality, right? Like what used to take a year, we're seeing happen in three months, 6 months, right? It's amazing. Now, it depends on your industry. It depends on where you're at. There's lots of variables, but we do have a 60-day guarantee that if we can't help improve your exposure online, we'll work for another 2 months. And you can see that time, it's no risk to you, right? We do what we say we're going to do. And if not, we make it right. We set the timelines, and it's all about expectations. So we're really excited to get you to sign up for Easy Boost and work with you. Again, if you can do it yourself, hats off to you. It took me 15 years, and I still am like, what they changed that? When did they change that? Right? But if you do it every day, like our team, processing, it's awesome, right? And we can fly through it, get you popular, and then you can focus on your business. You can focus on what matters to you. Maybe that's presenting yourself in a certain way. Maybe that's getting photography. Maybe that's getting videos. Maybe, just maybe, in stage 2, we're really expanding your reach, expanding your exposure, getting those reviews, because it's not just about saying you're popular, right? That's stage 1, getting you out there, right? And saying, I am legit, look at me. But then we want to get everybody else saying you are popular, you are the man or woman or group or team, right? That you present yourself to be, offline and online, right? And that's super exciting to me. And not only that, we do this monthly. We have monitoring systems, right? Because stuff gets disconnected, and we resubmit, and we submit to the highest level authority websites. So then you got Apple, you got Facebook, and a lot of you already have this, right? It's not going to submit a duplicate. It's just going to say, hey, hey, anything there? We just want to register. We don't want to create anything. We just want to register. We want to open the door, whether that be yp.com, whether that be Yellow, if any of you remember the Yellow Pages, whether that's a business directory, Better Business, just a huge list. And it's just amazing what all can be done at lightning speed, right? And so I'm just going to leave you with this one tip. If you can do it yourself, great. I applaud you. I did this for my business way back in the day, right? And I've moved on to join the Easy team, and we are a team of rock stars, right? And you want to see what the power of this is? Type in Scottsdale Digital Marketing, right? The most competitive market. We got tons of people doing it. I think we got 30 people, right? But you look in Scottsdale, where our home base is, there we are, right? And that is powerful. And then we're really excited about the next game changer, which is AI. You imagine just talking to the computer, right? Talking to Gemini, talking to ChatGPT, and getting that lead, right? That person, that cold audience that says, who's the best digital marketing company in Scottsdale, right? They want to trust Google. And you know what they say, or ChatGPT, or whatever AI you're using these days. And guess what? We're getting leads from it, right? That is the next phase, right? And we can look at that in stage 3 and stage 4. And it's a systematic process, because what we find is that trust is the biggest gap. You need somebody you can trust. We can't come in the doors like all these other companies, guarantee results because they're faking it, or they're selling you the pie in the moon and sky in the moon. I think it's lunchtime, but yeah. So anyways, really excited. I think we can help you a lot, right? And we start off small, $7.99 a month. That's it. And then we move on from there when you're ready to grow. We want to build your business. We want to grow your business. We want to scale with you. And we want your testimonial, just like all the testimonials we have on a monthly basis, that says, all right, yep, wow. We had one particular customer. I'm super proud of it. Endless Vitality, right? They had more sales in 1 month, and this was their second month, and now this is atypical, right? Or not, it's just we're in the breaking ground. But Jim Nance at Endless Vitality, he said, I had more business in that month than I had done before, and your services were paid for a full year in advance in that 1 month at day 60. So man, the impact we can make, the opportunity that you can grasp is infallible. It's unfathomable to me. I haven't seen this since the 90s. Yeah, that's how old I am. It's crazy. But again, easy.io/boost. Get started today. Love to work with you. Do it yourself. Great. You're like me. You're young. You're hungry. You're a business owner. But really, we all need support. So I'm excited to be talking with you. I'm excited to be a part of your journey, and let's take it to the next level. All right. Thank you.